Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. A long weekend. Brendan Schaub was in San Francisco.
San Francisco. Do you know that song?
Yes.
Can you sing it?
I left my heart in San Francisco. I don't know.
That's not the song.
Who cares? My daughter had her 7th birthday, and my wife lives to plan those birthday parties. My father came into town with my mother.
Is it hard to plan kids' birthday parties?
I don't know because I don't get involved.
Real quick, sugar, games, sun.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yes.
All you need, and be ready for lots of fights and screams and lots of fun. And my father, my wife spent a lot of time making these lemon squares out of scratch. And she was
It's like a dessert.
Yeah, not too much sugar, make it more lemony, and it'll be good for the kids, whole wheat and all that stuff, whatever.
Yeah, they're 7.
And my dad with a tight shirt on, and he's got a belly. He's a big man.
Your dad has a gut, though, let's be honest.
Yeah, he's got a gut and gives 0 fucks. He's like, I'm 75. Does
he wear the polo shirt, and since he has a gut, you can see the indent of his belly going in? Almost like the Pillsbury Doughman.
Well, I will say this. He tucks his shirt in as tight as it'll go and cinches his pants, cinches them up. So the accentuation, it's like if you have a belly, how about wearing a Hawaiian shirt? Nah.
Oh, you mean Tommy? That's the reason they created Tommy Bahama.
Right, but not him.
You let it flow.
No.
There's like palm trees that distract from your gut.
No. He's tightening it up. He basically wears spandex.
He embraces it.
Yeah.
He's basically wearing Under Armour compression.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like it. He's like, check out my belly and go suck it if you don't like it.
Brian, did you watch the biggest fight ever this weekend?
I watched the biggest fight ever this weekend.
Thoughts?
My thoughts are...
Wait, first of all, set the stage. Where'd you watch it?
I watched it with Will Sasso, who in many ways is probably the funniest person in the world.
At your house?
Yeah. At my friend Dan's house, our buddy Dan is a chiropractor.
Oh, yeah, I like that guy.
And
your neighbor's house.
And Will was doing characters, and watching my father laugh at at Will was great. My father was howling because Will was just being... He was being this guy who was really nervous around fighting. He's like, oh, I've never seen this before. And then, oops, sorry, I fart when I watched. And he was doing this farting guy. And it sounds silly, but it was one of the
really
funniest things
stupid.
I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I probably had to be there.
Yeah. And then...
what'd you think of the fight, though?
Well, so anyway, you asked me where I was. The fight, what I believe is that...
Your takes on it.
Floyd Mayweather is, without a doubt, and has proven to be the greatest fighter ever. He took Manny Pacquiao and actually made Manny Pacquiao look a little bit clumsy. Mm-hmm. And I think he might be faster than Manny Pacquiao.
You think,
and the one thing people say is that I can deal with his power, I can't deal with his speed. He's always been so ridiculously fast. And I don't know, man. I just whatever that style is that he does. Whatever it is, he does. And I think you could also make the argument, I'm not a boxing aficionado, you know a lot more. I've actually never seen anybody fight like that. I've never seen that style where he just takes one shot and his ability to stay out of the way. It's so defensive, but he does come to fight, and
it's amazing.
He won that fight hands down.
Was the fight a letdown for you?
No, because I'm not a boxer, but I certainly work at it on a daily basis, and I have an appreciation now that I never would have, just to see the amount of technique and see what a sport is.
Well, that would be you could watch a fucking ESPN 2 fight and think that. Did you think the hype of this magnitude of a fight was a letdown?
No.
Not did you think they were good boxers?
For me, not really. For me, I really enjoyed watching it. For me, I actually got a tremendous amount of pleasure out of watching the sport of boxing at the highest level. Which a lot of times...
Well, you can watch any title fight the highest level.
But
I'm saying for this fight, Brian, the magnitude, the hype... The biggest pay-per-view of all time of any fight, did it live up to those expectations?
It did, and here's why. Because I got a lot out of seeing how many shots didn't land. A lot of people watch fights because they want to watch a boxing fight because they want to see a fight. They want to see guys punch each other in the face. I took as much pleasure from seeing these guys avoid those shots, slip shots, and not get hit.
One guy.
But even Manny, but yes, you're right. I mean, for the most part, just how Floyd Mayweather could actually stand there, get cornered by a guy like Manny Pacquiao, and get out of the way.
This is my thing. Everyone who's disappointed or like tweeted out or hashtag let down, hashtag, I think Aaron Rodgers put underwhelming or some shit like that.
Me.
First of all, you have to educate yourself. And I called this many, many weeks ago.
Yep,
if you remember, I told you Floyd Mayweather's style is not fancy. It's not It's not that entertaining if you're looking for a brawl or a fight. He's 47-0 because he has the best defense in the world. No one hits this guy.
Right.
No one.
Right.
So anyone who watched the Mayweather fight, like, oh my God, this isn't what it's supposed to be. No, you're an idiot. You're an uneducated idiot who just tuned in because it was the cool thing to do around your friends, and then you want to hate on one of the best boxers ever because he didn't get in a brawling match.
Right.
Or I like the people who are like, this is why UFC's better. Hashtag we're up next. Relax.
Yeah.
Fucking relax, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be boxing versus UFC.
No.
I thought it was great.
Me too.
The one, and I'm Team Pacquiao, the one issue I have was Pacquiao style, not Mayweather. You got to beat Mayweather. He's the one 49 and 0 now. 49 and 0.
Yeah.
The
Decisively.
the fight wasn't even close.
Oh, he doesn't get hit.
No. Manny won maybe 2 rounds, and I was going for Manny.
Right.
But anyone who says that, this wasn't the fight that we thought, boxing's dead, this is why I love the UFC, you're just not an educated person on the fight game at all.
Exactly.
And I rarely ever do this. You probably didn't see it because you're not on social media, but someone sent me a picture of the selfie that Mayweather took. Did you see my Instagram?
Yeah. I saw it.
Someone sent me the selfie of the picture Pacquiao took, but when they're coming out of the locker room, I thought the security guard took it with a selfie stick. I didn't realize Freddie took it, and someone sent it to me, and I'm like, oh, this is funny because the picture's all out of focus. And so I put biggest fight in boxing history. Let me take a selfie first. For sure losing, like hashtag unfocused. Like the picture's unfocused. And then he lost the fight. Like I thought it was funny.
Right.
As the day goes on, I'm seeing the most hateful comments I've ever seen in my career.
Wow.
Ever.
Really?
I'm like, what is going on here, man? I text my brother. I'm like, hey, did you find that post I put offensive? And my brother goes, well, unfocused, man. He goes, Freddie Roach took that picture and he has freaking Parkinson's.
Oh.
He's like, it's not cool. And I put, oh shit, Freddie took that picture? I didn't see it. I was in this crowded room and I saw the very end of his walkout. I didn't see the actual picture. I was assuming the security guard took it. So when my brother told me that, I was like, oh my God, you know me. I don't hate on any athlete.
No, especially not Freddie Roach.
Ever, especially a guy with Parkinson's.
Yeah.
So right away, and I've never done this. I've stood by some gnarly shit in my career. I was like, oh my God, I have to take this down.
Yeah.
So I erased it.
Yeah.
So for everyone that out there thought it was something else, on focus in the picture, and he just happened to lose.
Right.
I support Manny Pacquiao. I don't think he was on focus. I think the great thing about Manny Pacquiao is he goes into the fights happy because he comes from such a rough background. It's kind of a getaway for him. It's cool for him to fight in front of these people and represent his country.
Yeah.
So he doesn't look overwhelmed.
Certainly, they
he looks
don't look nervous at all.
No, he doesn't look nervous.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are, but you can tell Manny's excited. So that's one where I'll say, yeah, it got taken out of context, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. But then this is where I watched the fight. So Tarek and his brother Yosef, who are like, they run San Francisco, man. These guys are 2 of the best human beings on planet
What's the name of their school?
Empower in San Francisco. If you're in the Bay Area, go check out this gym. It's freaking amazing. I mean, he trains Marshawn Lynch, Luke Rockhold.
Wow.
I mean, he was in that. He worked for the Raiders for a number of years.
Jesus.
The guy's he's amazing. They're from Afghanistan.
Awesome.
Yeah, you would absolutely love them. We got to go up there.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're part of this like club where it's membership only. So you have to have a membership and you can bring like 2 guests. So we went to watch it there. Amazing setup. Such a cool setup. All white people. And they have some DJ there who these people are obsessed with. So there's people there for this DJ. There's people there for the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. It's packed. Food, drinks, everything's on the house. It's crazy. Everyone's dressed up. However, the people that are there for the DJ literally dressed like clowns. And it's not Insane Clown Posse. That's cool. These were they're my dad. It'd be like you dressing as a clown. Not very funny. It's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
But they were dressed as a clown, a bunch of them, and they were just talking the whole time during the fight. So I missed a ton of, I could just see the fight.
Yeah.
Then this big fat out of shape clown next to me goes, I don't know why we watch this bullshit. They're both so small. I could take both of them. Oh my God. Right there,
All white people, you're saying? All white?
All white guys.
Yeah.
all white guys, all rich, super rich people.
Yeah. Never done a day of boxing in their life.
Oh, this guy's 350 pounds.
Yeah.
Goes, I've ridden horses before. You want to talk about danger? These two, I'll beat the shit out of. Hold. This is me. This is my face. If anyone watching this video, I do the Bryan Callen. I go slow. I go.
The slow turn.
I went, huh? I don't know the guy at all. I go, huh? He goes, I'm just saying, they're not going to knock each other out, right? I just stared at him, and my buddy Tart goes, easy, man. I went, there's nothing. I literally.
Lack of respect.
But I was super lack of respect. Biggest fight ever. It's loud. I can't hear it. I'm not making
But
this
two of
up.
the greatest fighters. Like, what are you talking
Despite
about?
whatever happens.
What are you talking to? Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, if anything they did as athletes, as what they've accomplished in this impossible sport called boxing, which takes everything, which destroys so many men who enter into the game.
I know.
You retire broken and broke, and you got two guys who beat the game, beat the system, and you take Manny Pacquiao, who I believe was champion in 8 different weight classes, nobody's ever touched him, and then you watch a genius like Floyd Mayweather dismantle him and not get hit once again. Well, a little respect.
I agree. That's exactly how I felt.
A little respect. That's all I'm asking.
Don't come here.
Right.
But this is the best part. So then I'm a little agitated. I wanted Manny to win. He's getting destroyed, basically. I'm hot. I have a shitty seat. My legs are hurting because I've been walking around San Francisco all goddamn weekend.
And you're not made for walking.
We'll talk about that after this. Not lying. Insert lady. Butch haircut. You can figure out her sexuality. Insert butch haircut. Kind of weird. Goes, what's all the commotion? Not making this up. I wish I could make this up. For whatever reason, gravitated towards me. What's all this commotion about? Huh? What are you guys watching? I went, 10th round, by the way. I'm really trying to focus.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. She goes, what, boxing? I went, yeah, boxing. She goes, how many rounds is it? I was like, oh, my God. Someone shoot me in the face right now. I went, it's 12. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Why is it so important? I went, what? You really don't know? She goes, no. I went, it's the biggest fight in the history of boxing. She goes, that's neat. For sure, leave me alone. Please leave me alone. I thought that would be it, right? Yeah. And then she goes, hold, wait. Goes, you said 12 rounds? I went, yes. She goes, oh, that's nothing. That's what I have to deal with. That's nothing.
Try boxing for 3 minutes.
Well, you know what I did?
I can't do it.
You know what I did? As soon as she said that, I'm like, oh, God. So I just turned my back to her and then, like, watched the fight with necks all fucked up, back to her, face like this, like an old.
I'll hurt my neck. So
I was like, God, leave me alone, lady.
Yeah, look, I mean, somebody said they made the distinction. You come to watch a fight. Floyd Mayweather is a boxer, and a huge part of boxing, the sport boxing, is learning how not to get hit.
The best offense is a good defense.
Right. And when you see that kind of artistry, like, there was a big boycott for a lot of people. Like, I guess he's been, we talked about it. He's been in a lot of trouble for domestic abuse.
5 domestic violence.
Yep. And a lot of people are like,
that I don't get down
boycott the fight and all that.
That I don't get down with.
We get it. That's fine. But you cannot take from the man what he's accomplished, his artistry in the ring. He is a true master at an impossible sport. And what I love, and I was talking to Joe Rogan about this, was you watch this guy who doesn't love Manny Pacquiao, made one of the greatest fighters of all time look even a little clumsy, certainly miss a whole bunch, and say what you will, he doesn't come to fight and all that. Listen, he was hitting Manny back, and he's going to retire with a perfect record, with hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank, maybe $1 billion, and without a mark on his face.
Yeah.
I would consider that a successful life.
Yeah.
Now, he may have problems with his personal life, and he may be a bad guy. I don't know. I'm not.
No, we're just talking about Mayweather inside the ring. Outside the ring, yes, complete piece of shit.
Inside the ring, a thing of beauty.
Yes, I agree.
A thing of beauty.
I agree.
And I don't know what his situation is. I don't know what that domestic violence. I haven't looked into it, so I can't speak to it.
It's not good. I'll tell you that, Brian. Yeah.
But
he was convicted, by the way.
He was.
Yes.
Yeah. But the things that he's been able to accomplish as an athlete are just almost second to none.
I agree.
He's up there and let me ask you this: Is he up there in your mind as one of the greatest athletes of all time?
100%.
I agree.
Yeah. As far as boxing, he's for sure top 5, top 3.
I don't know anybody. Again, watching Roy Jones Jr. When you watched him in his prime, you thought to yourself, he's got such an unorthodox style. Doesn't throw jabs really. He doesn't throw. He's just so good at it. He'll uppercut and hit you from weird angles, and he was just so physically gifted. You look at Floyd Mayweather, and I've actually never seen a style like that.
He's the best boxer of our generation. Now, I saw a thing on ESPN where they compared Rocky, what's his name? Marciano.
Yeah.
When you compare his record, I think he was 50-0,
yeah.
but he had something like 42 knockouts.
Yeah.
And he fought a lot more.
Yeah. He was also bigger, it's different.
But still, that doesn't matter. You're talking about pound for pound, best of all time.
You see knockouts in bigger and
he wasn't that much bigger,
right?
but he wasn't that much bigger at all.
Rocky Marciano, what was he? What was his weight?
He's not a heavyweight.
Can you look up Rocky Marciano?
He like compared to these days.
He walked around. If you look at pictures of him, he was a thick guy, real thick guy.
Just
Rocky Marciano was 5'11", 190.
Yeah, 190. That's a big guy. I mean, his legs were.
But we're not talking George Foreman, Muhammad Ali.
But he was known for his power and
he's
knockout
a big guy,
power,
but when you compare their records,
right.
But then you got to compare level of competition.
Yeah,
it's tough. I can't because whenever they make those comparisons, it's that long ago. It's just it's almost a different sport.
Yes.
So for me, all I know is Floyd Mayweather. I know who he fought. I know how to pick these guys apart. And he went 12 rounds.
Right.
So he had more room to get knocked out, right? He gave the opponent more chances.
Right.
So to me, that's almost more impressive.
I agree with you. And don't forget, people say, well, Floyd may not have had the kind of competition. Floyd fought some really good fighters, and Manny Pacquiao fought all comers, and Floyd still did that to Manny Pacquiao.
Floyd fought very tough guys. Anyone who says that again is uneducated.
Of course he did. I don't care who you put in front of Floyd Mayweather. I would have loved to have seen Floyd Mayweather fight someone like Roberto Duran. I think you would have seen the same exact outcome.
I do. I agree.
I don't know of anybody who would have given Floyd Mayweather a fight.
Yeah. Like I said, anyone who complains like this is ridiculous, Mayweather didn't come to fight or he didn't finish him. That's like paying for a Kimbo Slice fight and being upset he didn't submit a guy.
Yeah.
That's like fucking renting a Great White documentary and being pissed there's no elephants in it. It's like
that's a good.
It's what the
really
fuck you bought, man. It's what you signed up for.
It's what you said. If you're not an educated viewer and you don't understand the sport, it's going to be very. You're going to.
And your opinion does not matter.
Yeah.
He got whatever $200 million in the bank. That's like
he got booed. Meanwhile, he just dismantles one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Well, he's also fighting probably the most fan-friendly fighter of all time.
Sure.
People love him. That's like going to Bryan Callen's special and being pissed he didn't do a fucking Taekwondo seminar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And when am I doing that special?
Oh, you're talking about Some Assembly Required 1 hour special by Bryan Callen at the Irvine Improv.
Irvine Improv or the Irvine or Improv.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're
Either
talking
one,
about.
they're great.
Could be the Irvine or the Irvine. The bottom line is May 24th.
It's May 24th.
2 shows, 7 and 9:30.
7, 9:30.
Get your tickets now at irvine.improv.com. Irvine.improv.com.
Say it one more time for me.
Irvine.improv.com. Get your tickets now, and they're only $10.
$10.
I'm not charging because I'm just getting.
You want that place packed.
I want that place packed. We're gonna have some fun.
Fire and the Kid audience is a challenge you. The entire staff of Fire and the Kid will be there.
Yeah,
we're talking Special K, Evan the Beard. I've just made. You guys have to go now.
Yep.
Big Brown will also be there.
Jay Schaub there in the house.
Jay Schaub will be there.
It's gonna be good. And we got some other celebrities. I'm told, like Mr. Joe Rogan and Chris D'Elia.
Joe Rogan.
Will Sasso. We got some
Chris
people
D'Elia,
coming out.
Will Sasso, Jason Ellis.
Yes, we got some fun people coming. It's going to be a good time.
Will Smith, Robert De Niro.
Wait a minute. I didn't know about those guys.
Queen Bee. Queen Bee is up in this bitch. Yeah, real quick.
This weekend.
I don't do well walking around, Brian. I told you this.
Yeah, you're not a walker. And it was funny.
I can run, right? If my girl or if we go to Europe and you want to run everywhere,
yeah,
cool, man. I'm down.
Sure.
Walking for hours. My ass cheeks and my lower back's like beef brisket.
Well,
it's falling.
Remember when I asked Kristen Beck, formerly Chris Beck, SEAL Team 6, decorated SEAL Team 6
Fighter and Kid alumni.
Fighter and Kid alumni. I said, Kristen, you ever got, how many guys you get like Brennan as big as he is in the SEAL teams? And he goes like this. He goes, it's tough. He goes,
none.
well, he's real big. You need to be able to run a marathon like every single day and carry weight. I was like, nah, the big man would break down.
It's just...
It's different. It's a lot of weight for your feet to carry. It is.
You know what? People always ask me, it's playing sports all these years, whatever, 25 years now, doing all these sports. Do you have any injuries? I mean, my ears are jacked up. I had reconstructive nose surgery. I got this big scar over my eye. I have scars on my hands.
You've been pretty lucky.
I've been lucky, injury-free. The one problem I have is if you make me walk around a bunch, my knees hurt. My knees hurt right now from walking. Yep. My knees hurt. My feet hurt. My ass and my back do not do well over 2 hours of walking. Yeah. They just don't.
Especially on hard surfaces. I was talking to Ronda Rousey said the same thing. She goes, if I have to walk.
She's screwed.
She's like I can't walk.
No. She can't walk. She can't run long distance. Yeah. But she has knee problems doing judo since she was freaking 2 months old.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that those areas they get inflamed. They just start to get inflamed.
My body's just like, what? Now, if you want me to jog somewhere, you give me a nice pair of New Balances or something comfy. Sure. I'm going to run around like a
Throw
gazelle.
on your Bomba socks and your MeUndies underwear. You can go run.
I'll run in just those and be fine.
Damn,
son.
That'd be impressive.
I'll tell you who I had fun time with in San Francisco, too, is my boy Jake Shields.
I've not met him. Good guy, huh?
Great guy. Fan of yours. He gets a lot of good stuff going on. We'll talk about it after the show. But he is fighting Paul Harris for the World Series belt.
You're talking about for MMA or
MMA?
Jiu-jitsu?
MMA.
Rogan told me that he rolled with Jake Shields, and he said, "Yeah, Jake squashed me like a bug."
Really?
Yeah, he goes, he was the first time. I mean, this is when Joe was a black belt, legit black belt in jiu-jitsu. He goes, "Yeah, I rolled around with Jake. He squashed me like a bug, like just better and bigger and just everything, just monster, everything better."
Man. But he's been just working on leg locks nonstop.
Getting out of him, pretty much. Or?
No. So if you want to learn something, little fact for him, if you want to learn something, you learn how to do it. Then it makes you better at defending it because you know what they're trying to set up because you know the process. If you work on just defending, you're not going to understand the details.
That's interesting.
So if you want to get good, say you're fighting if I'm fighting Ronda Rousey, I'm going to try and learn how to do her armbar.
Okay.
Because then I know the setup, what to look for, you're going to understand how to get out of it better.
Okay.
So what Jake's doing is he went to Renzo Gracie, he went to Crone Gracie, he's coming here with Henner Gracie, and we're going to roll together. So myself, everyone, and he's just working on leg locks right now, and he is a monster.
He's not hearing a peep out of anybody when it comes to jiu-jitsu. His jiu-jitsu is as good as it gets.
Yeah, Paul Harris might have something else to say.
Is that right? He's a beast.
What?
Yeah,
Paul
he's
Harris?
a beast.
Yeah, man. He gets that ankle. He doesn't have training partners because he rips their legs off.
Yeah. He doesn't have a shut-off
no,
switch.
Man. Yeah, it's a tough fight for Jake.
But he'll fall to his knees and pray, thank God, after destroying your career.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's weird.
And cry. Because he's so overwhelmed at his victory. Meanwhile, you ruined my friend's career.
Meanwhile,
his meniscus and his ACL look like Swiss cheese.
Meanwhile, my friend can't feed his kids anymore.
Yeah, good job. I'm glad you're God's favorite. Thank you for crying and being overwhelmed with your victory. Do you mind responding to a tap? I don't know. Are you in a war right now? How about we add knives to the fucking game now?
Dude.
How about I cut your hamstring? See how that works?
Yeah, he's a dangerous dude.
God damn it! Calm down already.
We got to go to San Fran, though, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm all over it. I love that town. I'll be there in June. You know what? I'll be there June, I think 23rd, 24th, 25th. So let's make it a weekend.
Yeah, come with you.
This weekend, we should come to Portland with me this weekend. I'm at Helium Comedy Club.
Oh, you're going to Portland?
Starting Thursday, Friday,
cool.
Saturday.
Can you book me a ticket for Never?
Come
do you
on,
have
man.
Never available?
It's Portland, bro. Coffee, guys with weird hair.
Let me go to Southwest. Oh, yeah, Never. Cool. Book it.
Dude, hipsters.
Oh, cool. Southwest, 7 a.m. flight. Yeah, I'll book it. Never.
Oh, man.
Yeah, here I come. Never.
You would like Portland.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? I don't really like to travel.
I know.
Like, this is my thing. We go to San Francisco. You're in a hotel room. My place is better.
You and I talk about
live in the same, my view's better than wherever we go.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Happiness is wanting what you have.
Yes. I cannot wait to get home.
You and I we were on Abbott Kinney, hanging out as usual, just hanging out, drinking way too much coffee on our third donut, and just kind of looking around at people going, you know what? This is awesome.
Doesn't get much better than this. The goal is to open the Fire and the Kid studio, merchandise, and coffee shop on Abbott Kinney.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what we're going to do.
What are we going to do? We're just going to sell shit, soft stuff. We'll sell soft stuff.
Soft t-shirts,
great
vintage
coffee,
t-shirts, good coffee,
and donuts.
And then you can come watch Fire and Kid live.
Let's have donuts. Let's have
nice donuts.
Yeah, good donuts. Maybe doughy donuts and crepes.
Ooh, crepes?
Yeah. I call them crepes.
Why?
Well, the French say crêpes Suzette, Tu veux un crêpe? Est-ce que tu veux un crêpe? Do you want a crepe?
Oui.
Ah, d'accord.
Oui, je m'appelle Brandon.
Je te préparer un crêpe pour toi. God, my French is so good. It just rolls
You know, I
off
took
my
French
tongue.
for 4 years, advanced French.
Did you?
I can read it. It's hard for me to speak it.
Yeah.
I can understand some of it, but they speak so fast.
Like anything else, it's a language. Just
You gotta
like
stay on
jiu-jitsu,
it.
just like anything else. If you don't, I hate the hard thing about life is that if you don't stay on anything, including exercise, take a month off working out and then come back and see how you feel.
Well, I felt pretty good. I did that last fight.
Well,
I felt really good.
You could actually use a long time.
Yeah.
Your body's like,
Oh, it's like,
for the first time. Yeah. The inflammation comes down.
oh my God.
Yeah.
My neck.
Yeah. I mean, Kristen Beck, is, I'm sure, taking hormones to become, more feminine, but the years of SEAL training, she showed her guns off. I mean, she's still got some shoulders on her.
For sure.
Yeah.
Shoulders, and you can tell the way she
It's
walks.
density. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I walk like Charles Barkley now.
Yeah.
It's
Just
not
all
good.
ass.
All ass.
All
like
ass
my
and
knees
chest.
hurt. I feel like I need to wear knee braces year round now.
Yeah. Looking like the letter S. That's what you look like. Just all ass and fucking chest. How's the
Whatever.
205 fight coming?
It's a fight.
It's a fight.
Oh, thanks for bringing that up, Brian. Talking about the Big Brown Slim Down. It's a fight,
Well,
man.
the Big Brown Slim Down, did you go off? Be honest with the listeners. You were in San Francisco. Did you go off your diet?
Just for one day?
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you eat?
Nothing too crazy. I'm trying to think the craziest thing I ate. Oh, I had this lamb burger. It was amazing.
Could
At
you-
Sands in San Francisco. It's a Mediterranean place, Sands. It's right by Empower. It is amazing.
Could you eat if I made you? Could you happily eat an entire cake? Are you one of those guys that can just ingest a shitload of dough and sugar?
Yeah.
You can.
100%.
I have a natural shut off.
Oh, you're talking about for my birthday, they got me a Mrs. Fields. I love so Mrs. Fields cookie cups where they put the icing in it. It's like my favorite, literally my favorite thing in the world. Hands down, that and a coffee, my favorite thing in the world. When I get to heaven, God's just gonna be like, here you go, Mr. Schaub.
And
It's
you
gonna
can
be a
just-
giant cookie cup, and I can dive into
You
the
can eat
icing.
the fuck out of it.
Well, they got me an entire pizza cookie that says "Happy Birthday, Big Brown," covered in icing. I ate the entire thing in, I don't know, 9 hours probably.
Wow.
I would cut a big slice, eat it, coffee, big slice, eat it, coffee. It's all I ate for literally the entire day.
And you were fine.
Fine, I was flourishing. My body was like, oh. You got to remember,
Your muscles need the glycogen.
first of all, I'm addicted to sugar. I feel like my mom's titties were full of maple sugar, like just maple syrup when I was a kid.
You must have drained.
just-
Your mom is a big girl, but you must have drained her.
I sucked those things dry.
Because both your parents are big people. Your mom is not what you'd call a ballet
Petite?
dancer. She's built to work the fields, and I love your mom, but she's a big attractive woman.
My mom
She's
loves this show, by the way.
Yeah, no, I love her, but your mom is you can't come to your mother, who's an attractive, classy woman with a great sense of humor. By the way, you can't come to your mother
super
if
funny.
you're light in the ass. You got to be a big, substantial man because she's a substantial woman. She's
My dad-
all woman. Your dad? Oh, is that me? That's my phone right there. Sorry, folks.
My dad's a big dude.
But she had to be a substantial woman to nurse you. You must have been like pushing Jay out of the way. Get out of the way. No wonder Jay's angry. No wonder Jay gets all pissed off.
You know what? I think they fed me Kool-Aid instead of breast milk. I swear to God, I'm addicted to sugar, man.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic.
No, but you know what they say? Sometimes if you have a certain kind of muscle type, like a fast twitch muscle fiber, you burn more glycogen or you need more glycogen. So
I could get leaner, Brian, and I think it's
Yeah.
from all the sugar when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like I'd eat Honey Nut Cheerios. I'd wake my brother up at 6 a.m, push him for whatever reason. I don't know why I wouldn't do it myself. I'd wake him up out of bed to get Honey Nut Cheerios, and then I'd have him dump honey all over the top of it and then put
boy.
milk. And that's what I'd eat for breakfast. I'm talking probably half a case of honey on top of my Cheerios.
and you had no problem, right? You didn't get a sugar high and then crash.
No, I went out to the field and freaking played football for 9 hours.
There you go.
And then played video games and ate pizza.
Well, you know what's funny?
And then wrestled.
Steve Ranella, who's the hunter we go hunting with on Meat Eater, and he's an expert at alpine hunting, so he can climb a mountain. Me and Joe is always amazed at how that guy can strap it on, just a big pack with a rifle, and just walk and climb 4 days.
Is he a big guy?
No, he's like built like me, but a little taller.
Makes sense.
He's a mountain goat.
Yeah.
We call him the mountain goat. Balanced, never out of breath, and can just walk and doesn't sleep much. Meanwhile,
Probably
I
got
was
some
like,
mountain
I was
peace
like, I was like, what do you do? How do you do it? He goes, climb all day. We eat like those bars. He just calls them
Like
those
power
bars,
bars
like
or
power bars. And then you have like breakfast in a pouch, power bars, and then at night you eat candy, and you feel really great.
He eats candy at night.
That's how he eats. He's like, you feel incredible.
I know certain guys that like Donald Cerrone, when he's cutting weight, eats candy.
Well, that's what
gummy bears and
Kristen Beck was saying. Some of the SEAL team guys, some guys,
eat like shit.
they could eat anything.
'Cause
They
they
were like
burn
a
it up.
garbage disposal, and he said that's a tactical advantage. When you can eat anything and you're not sensitive to the food you put in your body.
Well,
but
she was
burn
saying,
it off.
yeah, because she was saying like some guys who have to have a protein shake or eat every 2 hours. She's
Yeah.
like, it's not good. It's actually a hindrance
Right.
because it's not going to work. You might not be able to eat for 6 hours.
Right.
Or you have to dump something, down the tank.
I asked her. I go, how do you guys deal with the cold? She goes, listen, man. When you're all SEALs, when they even think about the cold after all that
Yeah,
training,
shit,
they're
all
like,
SEAls hate the cold. Yeah, hates
Yeah.
it.
Meanwhile, they're trying to change things because they turn away a lot of really good soldiers because they can't handle the cold. But most of our fights are going to happen in the desert nowadays. It's not like we have a lot of enemies in the Arctic.
You know what? I do well in the cold.
Do you?
Like the ice baths, they don't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly. Tony Jeffries was like, he filled up a big ice bath and he's like, oh, wait till you get in here. And I like jumped in like, cool, man. Like I've been doing it since I was a kid,
You can handle it.
Yeah, I'm like
You're a big SEAL.
I'm like a big old polar bear.
Yeah.
Juicy nose. Ev, we got some current events.
You know it. Of course we do.
Current events!
Speaking of...
Dude, don't we have fight talk? Isn't there a UFC?
We got it Wednesday.
No, we're
Wednesday.
good. We don't have a fight until Favors fight, right?
No. Saturday we have a fight night.
Stipe,
Hunt versus
Hunt.
Stipe,
Oh, it's
which
this
we're
week?
doing a fight companion for.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, don't worry, I got you, man. I've
Yeah.
been doing this for quite some time.
Thanks, buddy.
We have a sponsored DraftKings where we do the fight picks.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
All right. Let's kick off some current events here. Speaking of juicy noses, I found out this weekend, because I put a little bit of money on the Kentucky Derby. I've never bet on horse racing before.
You bet on Big Brown?
No, big.
Is he still in it or is he
that's the
retired?
thing. I discovered that there is a Kentucky Derby winning horse
Oh,
from
yeah.
the 2008 Derby named Big Brown.
Yeah.
You have
Oh,
a
yeah.
horse. I don't think we have an option. You have to get into the. I mean, you got to get into the horse mogul business.
I agree.
Podcast mogul, fight mogul, comedian mogul.
Need
we need a horse.
Need about
agree.
$100 million, by the way. Need about $100 million. You wanna
No,
own
what's homeboy who won all of it? They bought him for $12,000.
That's a very rare case. You want to buy a
No,
horse.
who's the guy who almost won all the Triple Crown last year? Whatever it's called.
12
California Chrome.
Yes, they bought him for $10,000.
Wow.
He has the cheapest horse ever. Yeah, usually it's like
Well-
$60 jagillion dollars. They
Yeah.
pump these horses full of steroids.
Well, there's also-
this dude was straight from the street.
Yeah.
This horse was from the street.
Yep.
And just would run.
But there's also the upkeep of the horse, like vet bills and the kind of food you have to feed him. And my God, the drug testing for horses is way more stringent than any human competition.
Yeah,
More
but
than
they
the
get
Olympics
around
or
it. Those things are juiced to the gills.
Well, they have to guard those horses too. Like you have to have a guard by the stable.
Yeah,
'cause
because
the
someone's
horses
trying to
are
shoot fucking
$100 million.
Gatorade into the horse's
Some
ass.
horses cost $100 million.
Have you ever been to a horse race or even watched something like the Derby before?
No, I want to go to the Kentucky Derby just to dress up. And
It looks. I've never watched the Kentucky Derby before. I really didn't quite know what to expect. It is the whitest event I've ever seen in my life.
yeah.
it's aristocrats, right?
Incredible.
All like super rich.
It's the sport of kings. They
Yeah.
call it the sport of kings.
Real quick, can we just make a pact now? All of us in here, we do Firing the Kid live from Kentucky Derby next year?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Who's in?
No problem.
Is Big Brown running in it? Well, not me, but is the horse running in it?
I don't think
If
so.
Big Brown won the 2008 Derby, I doubt he's.
Yeah, because
there's
by
no
the way,
They
the
have short
average,
lives?
the average horse that runs is about 3 years old.
Then you got to kill him. You got to shoot him.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
take him down.
Well, they stud him. They stud him or they kill him. By the way, 3 years
fucked up
old.
is that?
Horse lives till 21, 22, 23, 26. So and a horse that when you want a hunter jumper, that horse has got to be at least 8 years old, where the bones have already formed. When you have a horse like Kentucky Derby, those horses are 3 and maybe 4 years old, and then that's it.
How about when a horse rolls its ankle? Dead. You're a horse like, oh, God, Jim, I rolled my ankle.
Sorry, dude.
See ya. Boom, shot in the
But
face.
what about my reconstruction of the
No, I'm fine. I'm just going to walk it off. Oh, God, I'm just going to walk it off. Gadoosh, shot in the face.
Yeah. See ya.
Anyways, Big Brown Horse, live Firing the Kid from Kentucky Derby next year.
Live fighter in the kid.
I
from
think we can
Kentucky
make that
Derby.
happen.
And
Yeah.
you need to buy a horse. You need to buy a horse, and you need to
That's gonna be tough.
Big Brown.
The only problem is how much can we talk about horses? Those things were moving fast. Huh?
Boy, look at him go.
Those things looked like they were out of breath.
It's like a 4-hour event, and there's literally maybe 2 minutes of action.
It's not about that, though. It's the party.
Yeah.
Dude, the parties and the jockeys. When you're a jockey, by the way, you know you spend a lot of time sucking weight, right? It's just like
Oh, you
wrestling.
mean sucking dick?
No, and weight.
Because they're real tiny. They're all
they're
small.
they're tiny.
Have you ever seen a jockey?
Yes. They're about
the size of your leg.
They're 63 pounds.
Yes.
But they do a lot of fucking. There's a lot of sex, drugs, and rock and roll in the horse riding community.
Really?
Oh
Bullshit.
my god. Oh my god. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Eventing any of that shit. Jockeys. Well, think about it.
They have to make crazy
Well,
weight.
first of all, if you're a jockey and you're a top jockey, you're a star. You're paid to ride the biggest horses. Now, the parties there, well, you're dealing with the richest people in the world, but you're also dealing with gamblers. You're also dealing with criminal elements. You're dealing with all the different subsets of society.
You tell me they're getting some hoes?
Oh, bro, those parties are 100%
What do they call jockey
debauchery.
chasers?
Debauchery.
Horse hoes?
Hopefully.
Couple horse hoes.
Hopefully. Yeah.
You think they're partying that hard? Those tiny little guys?
It's out of control.
Fuck off.
It's out of control.
They're celebrities?
Oh, my
Can
God.
you name one?
Yeah.
Which one?
John Stevenson,
Bullshit.
Paul Rogers.
They're literally 28 pounds, and that horse
Shaking,
is
shaking.
just
Yeah, they're very small people.
tiny.
But they suck weight. You have to.
Oh, yeah.
Before a race, they're sucking weight the way a wrestler is because that's an advantage. You don't want to have any weight on that horse. None. And
Dude, I'm
there's
surprised
a
there's
lot
not
of
more
pressure
women
on you.
horses. How's there not more women?
That's a good question.
Because women are lighter. They're not as dense bones.
They
can
were
lose weight
talking
easily.
about that. There are some women jockeys, but I believe all the top jockeys are men.
They are, but I'm saying it's weird that more women, because they're lighter, right?
Yeah.
Because you're really hanging onto the horse.
Yes.
You don't have to be like cock diesel strong.
Right.
Like these jockeys aren't on
That's
steroids.
a really interesting question. But there's so many. If you look at jockeys like their lives, they live around horses. There is a crazy amount of drugs and alcoholism in that.
Really?
In that sport. Yeah.
Oh, why?
I feel
Because
like
they
you're
only talk to horses, Brian?
Yeah.
Jeez. Because your best friend's a fucking horse, Brian?
And you probably gamble. There's a lot of gambling that goes
There's tons
on.
of money in it.
Yeah.
It's like Avatar. You know when they put their tentacles and it connects to the horse's thing?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do. But it's real life,
But it's
and there's
real
no
life.
fucking connecting to the horse.
No.
They want to kill you.
It's also dangerous.
'Cause you make 'em
as
run
shit. It's also
nonstop.
dangerous as shit, that sport. When you fall and,
Do they fall that much?
enough. Break their legs and fall, and then the other horses fall on you. That's a good time.
Hey, you know how parents are always like, especially in America, you can be anything you set your mind to. Wrong.
You're never going to be a jockey.
I could never be a jockey.
No.
Guess what? LeBron James, never going to be a jockey.
Yeah.
Say when I was a kid, when I was 3, I told my dad, listen, I want to be a jockey. You can be whatever you want, son. You're lying. It's
Yeah.
a bona fide lie.
It's a lie.
It's not true. I could never do that.
Yeah.
Too big, right?
Yeah. And they,
Unless I got a big old Clydesdale.
Here's a trivia question. You know how fast they run
A horse?
when you're on their back?
Me or the little
this up,
or the little tiny jockeys?
No. When you're on a horse, when you're a jockey, how fast is he going? How fast is a top flight racehorse going? I think I know the answer. Don't
30
tell me.
miles an hour.
30? All right. I'm going to say 45 miles an hour.
30 miles an hour.
I'm going to say 44 miles an hour, I'm going to say.
Say 31 miles an hour. 'Cause
Holding?
the human can the fastest human can run what? 14 miles an hour?
No, almost 30.
All right.
No.
I got it.
27 miles an
No,
hour.
that's a lie.
No, fastest guy in the world. Usain Bolt runs over 27
Oh,
miles an hour.
that's a lie.
Oh, well, we'll look that up too.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
No, you're what I call a liar.
You shut up. Yeah.
What's your number, Brennan?
30.
44 miles an hour, I'm sorry.
30? And you're going with 44?
Yeah.
Callen is dead on 44.
Did you look it up for you?
No, but I looked it up. No,
You said no, but I looked it up. You're 44.
No, but I looked it up. No, but I looked it up.
Hey,
I looked it up like 30
You
times
fucking liar.
before.
44. That's fast as shit.
How about that? Think about
getting trucked by one
Think
of those
about
things.
falling at 44
Think
miles
about
an hour.
falling and giant horse dick across the face.
Yeah, not fun.
You ever seen the size of a horse dick?
Yeah.
We've talked about their super soaker
I'd be
piss.
more afraid of their hooves, or is it hoofs? Hooves or hoofs?
No, I
Trivia.
had a friend who was like, oh, horses, blah, blah, blah. Horse, dull teeth, bites her titty. Boom!
Oh, my God.
That thing swelled up like a watermelon.
Did you see the picture of my wife's ass after it got bit by a horse?
No.
Oh, my wife was bending over.
Why did it bite her in the ass?
Just because she was in the way, and it went right on the ass. I didn't show you that picture.
No, I'd rather get bit by a great white.
You've never seen a picture. You've never seen a black and blue mark like this in your life. Through her pants, the worst bite you've seen.
Did it tear her
No,
pants?
but her ass looked like a baboon's ass for a while. It was that black and
Do you
blue.
have it on your phone?
Black,
Show
blue,
me
purple,
after.
and red. Black, blue, purple, and
She
red.
said it was the worst pain she ever been in.
Oh yeah, I showed all my friends. She's like, "Why are you showing my ass?"
Think how dull their teeth is.
Yeah.
It's like taking two of these desks and going bonk,
Dove Davidoff had to pull his car over. He was laughing so hard when I sent him that picture.
I'd be laughing.
He started laughing that hard.
For sure.
He couldn't believe how bad that bike
Hey,
was.
what's the fastest human?
Usain Bolt?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
top speed or average speed?
I'm saying top speed is 28 miles an hour.
And I say 18.
30.
Whoa! 30 miles an hour.
Usain Bolt's average speed is 23.5 miles an hour.
Yeah, but what's the top speed?
30.
30 miles an hour.
But he averages 23 miles an
Average
hour.
is 23 and a half.
Damn, but think about a human being running 30 miles an hour. That's crazy. I didn't think it was that
Outrageous.
high.
Did you know he just lost this weekend?
No.
To the U.S. team.
Really?
Yeah, but he was pissed because there's
it like
that
a relay?
There's that Gatlin guy and the other guy. It was a
Justin
team,
Gatlin.
Justin Gatlin, and they both tested positive for steroids. And one guy served like a 4-year ban, and the other only did like a year. He got it knocked down. So Usain Bolt was talking shit. He's like, this guy who served his time, whatever, he's fine. He did his work. But this guy has no business being here. He's like talking shit. And they're supposed to run again soon. And they beat Usain Bolt. He's like,
The relay. They beat,
Yeah.
yeah.
interesting. Anyways, next event. Boy, that one really went on a long tear.
Yeah.
For sure, show me your wife's ass, though, after this.
Yeah, well, bro, hey, watch your tongue.
What, man? Just trying
Alright.
to check out her ass.
Yeah.
I got bit by a horse.
No problem.
That must have hurt.
Yeah. Not a good one. Next current event. Things are getting serious. There was, to sum it up, there was basically a draw a picture of the Prophet Muhammad contest in the, backwoods ass of Texas, which is, maybe the worst idea ever.
Why would they
Yeah,
do
that
that?
would be the
'Cause-
worst idea ever.
Because they're idiots. And big surprise, it got shot up. Have you heard about this, Brian?
No.
So, 2 armed suspects that were also carrying explosives. Obviously, they got killed. Also, they had an anti-Muslim art exhibition in Dallas. God, why would you do
Yeah,
that?
why would you do that? What's the purpose of that? Anti-Muslim? Like, come on.
It was a contest. They had there was the winner that drew the best cartoon or whatever of Muhammad got a cash prize.
What? Just strap a bomb to yourself.
Yeah.
100% they're going to destroy that place. 100% someone's getting shot.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. I don't know why,
Why would you even do that?
Yeah, it's just such a bummer. It's
You ready for something trippy, though? There's I looked into this. I couldn't sleep this morning, so I read the news. There was a Twitter account that's associated with the attackers. They tweeted out hours before that the attack was happening. How weird is that? They tweeted out like some paragraph from one of the books that said, "Our swords are sharpened, our tools are ready. Get ready for bloodshed." And then like 2 minutes after that, put out a tweet saying how there's been attacks at this place, but it didn't happen yet.
Whoa.
How weird is that?
How many people were killed?
2?
Just the attackers, right?
Yeah, in Texas, everybody's got a gun. In Texas, you show up heavily armed. Everybody's like, "What? I carry a gun, motherfucker!" Gang, gang, gang.
Yeah.
That's the worst place to come in. Don't be a mass shooter there. You're gonna get shot.
Yeah, if you don't have a gun, you're in trouble in Texas.
Yeah, they didn't manage to kill anyone, but one guy got shot because
God.
he was in stable condition.
He shot him in the ankle.
Shot him in the ankle?
Got him in the ankle. That would fucking hurt.
Ooh, getting shot in the ankle. I saw this. There's a video of it's a routine cop stop, and this cop gets out. He's built like a brick shithouse. Clearly, probably some military guy, and this kid gets out of his. They'd pulled a string of robberies. The kid gets out. You see it on the police cam. Kid gets out of the van and shoots over his van. Bang, bang, bang. And misses the cop. Cop kind of slips the shots, kind of Matrix style, just goes like that. And now the kid is underneath the van shooting, like doing pot shots. And the cop just walks up to the van, gets on his hands and knees, and shoots the kid in the foot. And just goes boom. And the kid goes, ah, ah. The kid actually shoots another cop in the chest, but he was wearing a bulletproof vest, so he was fine. But he got knocked over, and he was a little fucked up. And the other cop just really casually leans under, looks under, and goes, boom, shoots him right in the foot. Ah,
That must have fucking hurt.
yeah, that was that.
I saw
trained.
a cop video this morning on World Star Hip Hop. This kid's like in this drug house, this weed house, right? And the cops come in with the canine dog, and they're all hands up, bro. And the kid's literally like this. He's like, "I'm cool, man." He's all high. He's like, "I'm cool, man." I'm not making this up. So I'm cool, man. They're all stand up slowly, your hands up. He's like, "I'm not going anywhere. You can arrest me right here. I'm not standing up." He goes, "I'm not gonna tell you again. Stand up slowly." He's like, "I'm not going anywhere." The cop just goes, "Whatever, Baxter, get him." and the kid's surrendering. I'm not making this up. This canine, boop-a-doo, doesn't run. Very slowly. Boom.
Ouch. Ouch.
The guy's like this.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my God. I had to stop watching it. Latches on to
Hey,
his
Mr.
lips.
Police Officer.
The guy's like this.
Can you not have the dog fight the guy?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, dummy, stand up when the cop tells you to stand up.
For sure, stand up.
I'm right up. I'll do it.
Hashtag lips gone.
Do a fucking jig. Okay, no problem. Here you go. I'm jigging. I'm doing whatever you
Right
want.
now. Get your dick out. Yes, sir.
If you have a dog, did I tell you the story about KSM, what they did? Were you? Oh, God. I don't know if I told you the story. So,
What?
Khalil Sheikh Mohammed, the guy who masterminded the 911 bomb
Attacks?
Yeah, attacks.
I thought it was
I don't know if I'm even
Osama,
allowed to
but-
say this, but my buddy was a high-level military guy, and he was there, and he said, so they wanted to get him to talk, right? They wanted to get him to talk. The one thing they knew about him is he was afraid of dogs. So they have him in the cell, and he's not saying shit, right? They go, all right, just wake him up in the middle of the night. He had no sleep anyway. He's already exhausted. He had no sleep. And he's all like, he goes, I'll give the dog a bark command. He goes, what do you mean? He has Belgian Malinois. He goes, I'll give him a bark command. He'll just bark. He won't stop barking. He'll bark for 8 fucking
God,
hours.
that'd be annoying.
He'll bark in your face for 8 hours. And the dog's not even on a leash. He goes, bark. The dog gets right in the guy's face going, no. 2 hours later, he goes, I'll tell you anything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you anything.
I'll do
like,
it.
it just makes you crazy. I mean, the dog just keeps going, no. Like a giant dog with fangs. I'm going to start talking.
I might.
That's how you use a dog to your advantage.
Or if you're the cops on the one I saw, you have that dog rip the guy's lips
Jesus
off.
Christ.
It must have hurt. Think about it. So bad.
Oh,
I'll show you
my
the
God.
video right now.
Hey, if you flick somebody
Like
in the
this.
lip, if I flick you in the lip right now, it's going to hurt like a
First of all, what kind
motherfucker.
of dog fucking... The guy's like, no, both lips.
Oh, no.
Like a duck.
And he was too high to move, probably.
No, he moved fast as fuck, but the dog latched on.
Ouch!
And the dog's in the ear like this, and the guy's like, oh, and the dog's like, ooh.
My friend.
It's really funny. It's fucked up, though.
An ex-girlfriend of mine, with the same girl with the sheepdog who brought the dog to the zoo.
Oh, yeah, dumbass.
The dog was so friendly, but the dog had this thing because he was a sheepdog, would nip, he'd go and bite you, like he'd bite your.
Oh, when he get happy?
He'd hurt you. Yeah, he'd
Your
hurt you and
heels?
bite your heels
I hate
or your
that.
knees. And he'd be like, "Ow!"
Yeah, I hate
he'd like
that.
tip. So she's on a date, and this guy comes in, this big handsome dude, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's all thumbed up. And the dog's name was Jeffrey. So ridiculous. Why do you name your dog Jeffrey? And Jeffrey.
Jeff. I like regular names for dogs.
And
We
the dog's
go.
name Jeffrey goes like this. Jeffrey just goes, so excited. And he's like, oh, and he's like, and he gets up. He's all right. And the dog goes, and bites him right on the dick, right on the dick. And he's like, and he falls over, dude,
man.
rolling around in the fetal position for 15 minutes.
A dog bites
Thanks
you.
for the dick bite. Thanks for the fucking.
That dog
balls.
sounds like the worst.
My
Oh, you're
dick-
talking about the same dog she brought to the zoo and he shit all over and
Keep
pissed
your
over?
dick biting, monkey afraid dog away from me.
I got dog stories for days. We used to have a friend named Leon, and he had he lived with his grandma, and they had this little Chihuahua, and we'd always want to play video games over at Leon's house. But we had to get from the front door to his door without the dog, because the dog would bite the shit out of us. It's a terrible story. But we'd ring the doorbell. He'd be like, yeah, come in. And my brother would be like, all right, 1, 2, 3. And we'd just fucking take off, and then the dog would chase us. It was a horrible
Jesus.
dog, yeah.
Great story.
Great
though.
story. Anyways, carry on.
Anyway, sorry,
everybody.
Yes, and
Sorry,
our
our dog stories.
Our listenership just died.
You're just like, oh, God.
terrible dog
Oh,
story.
you know those
Hey,
shitty
everybody,
dogs.
it's the terrible dog story hour. That's 1 minute.
Hey,
You
it's
can never
fine.
get
Kid
back.
with shit dog stories.
There it is.
If you want your lips ripped off or your dick bitten,
Oh, God.
listen to the Fight and the Kid. All right,
right,
next
well-
event.
We'll do one more current event. Stick with the subject of people getting wild as hell. Baltimore, riot city right now.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Um,
Why do
Why did
does
they
rioting
Why did they
actually
riot?
solve anything?
No.
People just end up looting shit. That's
But
it.
but looting and destroying
Small
their
businesses.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their
but
city.
my thoughts on that are that a lot of those people doing that have never been part of their city. And a huge part of, and the biggest problem in Baltimore, it's not even a race issue. I mean, the power structure in Baltimore is black. The power structure, the chief of police is black, the mayor's black, most of the commissioners are black. But there is a huge part of that population, for a lot of reasons, that have been left behind. I spent a lot of time in Baltimore, shot a movie there. The wire was set there. The war on drugs has, like Billy Corbin was saying on our last podcast, or one of our podcasts, the war on drugs has destroyed the fabric of that society, taken fathers away from children, mothers away from children. And it's just the land time forgot. And what you're seeing is the culmination of just years and years of neglect. People say they need more funds. They spend, I believe, on the average Baltimore student, think about this, I think they spend more money. They're the third largest recipients of student aid
funding
in this country. Another example of government cannot solve your problems a lot of times. You might throw a lot of money at a problem, but the problems are much more deep than that. They're a lot more systemic. Yeah. And,
that's tough, man.
Yeah, man. It's just.
I think it's tough for anyone to comment on if you're not from there and you're not in it. I think anyone who comments or judges those people and you're not from there, it's kind of like the Mayweather stuff,
that's a good
right?
Point.
It's stupid. You're uneducated about it.
I think a lot of us would be,
It's easy to blame it on the government. Right?
It's easy to blame it on those people, too. I mean, somebody has to take responsibility, but I do think you're right when you say that until you've grown up in that shithole.
We don't know.
I think I might be behaving the same way, and I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying it's right, but the level of frustration. I don't think people riot and go crazy and destroy everything around them because things are good. I think that something is going on, and how do you fix it?
And they have no answers.
The mayor has been literally hiding from the press.
But plus, no one's listening to them, right? Like, they don't have their voice. So this is their way of saying, listen to us. Things have to change.
That's right.
So I get that. However, for sure, don't destroy your town.
Yeah.
Because you got to live there, right?
Yeah.
So you're setting your town back more.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
you get to a point
their
you don't
voice
care.
isn't being heard. So it's like, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've really spent a lot of time in Baltimore. And it is, I mean, I'm telling you, I've never seen poverty like that in my life.
Really?
I've never seen. There are huge areas that look like a nuclear bomb hit it. I'm telling you, abandoned, destroyed. It's being rebuilt, but man, oh man.
Bro, not to change the subject, but speaking of shitty circumstances, I went in a crack house in San Francisco.
Ooh.
I sent you the picture.
Yes, I want to hear
Big
about
round
that.
in a crack house. So my buddy is a big-time cop in San Fran, and he goes, meet me here. So I jump in Uber. And they dropped me off it was just like The Wire. There's drug deals going on. It's gang populated. And he pulls up in his ride and he's like, oh, come with me, man. And he's telling me about this gang up there. And he's breaking it down like in this corner, this gang owns this. On this corner, this gang owns this. He's like, look over there. Watch this. You just see guys shuffling drugs. And I'm like,
damn.
I'm not used to that.
Damn. And you don't think of that in San Francisco, but there are some rough parts of San Fran.
Right, couple blocks from Union Square. Right, couple blocks.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't think anything like that. So I see all these drugs deals, and he goes, hey, let's go in here. I'm like, what's there? He's like, this is one of the biggest crack houses in San Francisco. I'm like, for sure, give me a bulletproof vest or like a mask. So
you wear a T-shirt.
So people don't think I'm a snitch with the cops.
Yeah.
Then we walk in. He's like, yeah, it's a crack house. He's like, I just want to let you know this kind of stuff's going on here. Of course, I'm safe because I'm with them and some other cops. And we walk through this thing. I've never seen anything like it. Of course, I'm like, hey, take a picture of me in the crack house. So I'm like this, like, ooh, and there's crackheads behind me.
Yeah.
So he goes, imagine growing up with 2 parents and 5 kids. It was smaller than my dorm room in college.
Damn.
And he introduced me to this one black guy, great guy, crack addict, drug addict, great guy. Was listening to music, had probably high as shit, having a great time, but kids, wife, it's way smaller in the studio, half of this studio. It's crazy, man.
Some people will get high.
It's crazy that stuff happened. Like to us, I live in Marina Del Rey, whatever. I see some bums in Venice, but when you see poverty like that, and you see what the effect drugs have on people. Oh my God. Well, what's weird is on one corner I see a drug deal going out. On that same corner I see a beautiful little girl and her mom walk out of the drugstore with Gatorade and candy.
Yep.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. Some people get caught up in, just some people have that sort of disease too. Some people are so susceptible to substance abuse. Like they have a drink when they're 15 and they never stop doing it. They just have a disease. And I don't know what that's like. Again, that's another situation where I don't judge addicts because I don't have that.
I don't either.
I don't have that problem. I'm lucky enough to have a
You don't
wiring.
think you have an addictive personality?
I don't, and I'm lucky.
You really don't. I've never seen you drunk ever. I've known you forever. We've had a lot of drinks together.
Yep.
I've never ever. I was telling someone
No one
the
ever
other
has.
day.
No one ever has.
You've never seen me drunk.
Yeah.
You and I really don't drink.
It's not how I have a good time. And
Me neither.
my
I don't
body
need
doesn't-
it. You know how people need it to be social and like have a good time?
Yeah.
You and I don't.
No.
At all.
But we're lucky. We're lucky because
Or we're cursed.
there are people that don't feel nearly as good when they're sober.
Yeah, it's weird,
And
right?
it's
They
a
have
chemistry.
to be high to function.
Yeah. And
I dated a girl who could only hang out with me when she was high
Yeah.
because she had so much going on, so much negativity in her life
Yeah.
that she would have to come high. And I told her, I said, if we continue to date, quit wasting my time. When you're coming over high, it does nothing for me.
Yeah.
When you're high, you're just zoned out. She's like laughing as I, warm up my chicken. She's like laughing her ass off. But after a while, it gets old, and I'm like, you're just not present.
Right.
And I don't need
You're
that.
medicated. Yeah.
You're medicated, and you're not helping. You're not furthering my experience.
Do you know the doctor? I went to get my checkup, and the doctor he said, how many drinks do you have a week? And I said, I don't know. Lately, it's been actually just like 3 drinks a week or whatever. I just don't drink. And he said, oh, okay, good. He goes, it's interesting how hereditary this is. And I said, what do you mean? He said, if somebody has 15, 16, 20 drinks a week, invariably, and he's been practicing medicine for 30 years, he said, without a doubt, I can predict always that one of their parents was an alcoholic. Almost always.
Really? See, I think it'd be the opposite because
no, because it's hereditary. Like they have
but I have friends whose mom or dad was an alcoholic, and then they don't drink at all
because they don't want to
see
be
that
like
negative
that,
side effect. I would say I have an addictive personality.
Do you?
Yes, I do, Brian.
You're very intense. I mean, I can see you're very driven, but I don't see. Okay, if you have an addictive personality, your need to succeed and meet the metric you've set for yourself
is more important.
Is way more important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of successful people like that, like who their ambition and I know some famous actors like that who their ambition, even though they have an addictive personality,
they're addicted to success.
Yeah, their ambition and their image of themselves is so much stronger than that other thing.
Yeah.
And I think there are some people, because I know a guy who works with addicts who need new livers. They just can't stop doing it and they end up dying.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, and he said those people are so hard to treat because they just never feel. It's like basically almost impossible for them not to.
Well,
do
because
something.
the alcohol or the drugs is taking place of something that's missing, and when they're high, they're numb to the actual consequences of the choices they've made.
Yes,
Does that make sense?
that is.
So the girl I've dated who was I'd say a bona fide addict. She was numb to what was going on around her. She didn't want to face what was actually going on in reality. So when she was high, she didn't have to.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does, but there are also people that
Big
don't.
Brown said, "See ya."
Yeah, but there are people that don't have trauma, but rather just even if they come from great families or whatever it is.
Oh, for sure.
They just have
They have guilt.
They have that disease.
Sometimes they have
and
guilt,
just do it.
or
they just love it.
Born with.
Yeah,
true.
Or they just love it. But you're just that's why you got to have compassion. It doesn't.
I'm addicted to cookies and sweets. Mrs. Fields. Every time I see a Mrs. Fields or Starbucks, oh man, it takes every ounce of willpower I have not to eat a cookie cup and grab a coffee.
Yep.
I'm talking. I sweat. I shake, Brian.
You start to freak out.
My dick starts to drip, drip,
Ooh,
drip, drip,
drippy, drip, drip,
drip,
huh?
drip, drip, drip.
Did-did-did-did-did.
Just kidding. Is that it for current events?
Yeah.
Let's go to Creep Line.
Let's go to Creep Line.
What you got, Kay? Is this from a fan?
No, this is from my experience this weekend. I was in Hermosa Beach.
What were you doing out there?
Okay, we were going to Sharky's and American Junkie. Have you guys been there?
I've been to Sharky's when I was in college.
Okay. So let me set the scene. I was with 4 guys and 2 other girls.
Sounds like a party.
And
I like that math.
Yeah.
We were outside and they went to go get drinks and it was just my best friend and I. And I saw this guy skateboarding. He looked like a local, wasn't even like really involved in the club scene. And he had his shirt off and he was kind of sweaty. He was like maybe 6'1", white. His hair was wet. I don't know if it was sweat or he was in
I like
the
his
ocean.
style.
And he was walking towards my best friend and I was like, oh my God, this is great. He's going to go talk to my friend.
This is nighttime?
Yeah.
But he was a stud?
No, he wasn't ugly, but he was just not my thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, he's going to talk to my friend. This is going to be so funny.
Is your friend single?
Yeah. But I'm like, this is going to be a great show to watch, like him creep on her.
Hell yeah.
And he came up to me instead, and he was like, I just want to tell you, you have great eyebrows and great toes, and I would love to put peanut butter on your toes and go to town.
What? That is aggressive.
That's a gangster
I
move.
could not fucking believe it.
I
was
like this beach bum.
I want to put peanut butter on your toes and go to town.
Go to town.
He said,
That's
"Go to
pretty
town."
funny.
Pretty fun. Did you laugh? Or were you
I was
freaked
laughing.
out?
No, I was laughing. And I was like, thanks for the eyebrow compliment, and I'm good on the toes. And he was just like, oh, okay, well, I just wanted to let you know. And then he just laughed.
Nuts and toes, nuts and
It's
toes.
all your loss, woman.
Yeah,
I
he
like
just,
me some nuts and
went on
toes.
with his
You
life.
you should have played with him. I'd been like, all right, creamy or chunky. He'd be like, creamy. I prefer chunky. Sorry. This
See
isn't gonna work
ya.
out.
Yeah.
See ya. I like this
nuts.
guy.
I like nuts with my toes.
How about him
Nut butter.
skateboarding home from wherever? Jiu-jitsu. Oh, shit. There's my peanut butter girl. Rolled up. What's up, girl? I would love to dip them toes in some crunchy Jif peanut
A
butter.
girl to me is just a life support system for toes. I don't even see the girl as long as she's got some crunchy, delicious toes.
It'd been even
Suckable.
creepier if he's like, I'd love to spread some creamy almond butter all over your titties.
Yeah, that's different. Keep them toes
That's
dirty.
assault, brother. The toes was funny. The
Right.
titties, that's assault,
That's
brother.
assault. Keep them toes dirty and jammy. Love my toes somewhat gamey with some peanut butter on them.
Somewhat gamey. Who was I talking to? I was talking to someone. Hold. She said, she goes, I like, oh, my God, I'm an idiot. We're just going to pass over this. It was also Akira talking about how she likes her guys like smelling
Sweaty
like
and dirty.
BO.
Sweaty and dirty and hairy.
Do you know? Yeah, it's super weird. Do you like that, Kay?
I hate hair.
Yeah.
But do you like BO, like a manly
No.
dude?
No.
Yeah. So you'd hate Brian. You'd like me.
I smell hard and strong and true.
Hard, strong, and true.
Go on.
Um,
Smell me. That's how I make love. Smell me. Smell my old man.
you smell like an old Spice commercial.
Smell my chest.
You smell like a wrecked ship, Brian.
white chest hair. White chest hair. Look closely.
You smell like Jack Sparrow's hat.
Musty hat smell. That's
Jack
right.
Sparrow's
Somebody
hat.
been wearing a hat for 3 days straight? Nah, that's just Brian. That's just Brian's scent. I had a girl tell me I smell like bread. She liked my smell. You
That's
smell
not
like,
good.
You smell like fresh baked bread. I love it.
That's
bread?
not bad.
Bread though?
Bread.
Huh?
I know guys who like. This is true story. This is creepy shit. I had guys, football players in college, who liked girls who smelled. Like when they would want to have sex with girls like right when they're done from the gym. Like they like the sweaty smell.
Interesting. I like my girls to smell like apricots, peaches. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
I do not play that game.
I'll take the peach
I'm a
smell.
big nose, like for whatever reason, I got a honker on me.
Yeah.
I can just smell like, man, you would not believe. It's like my spidey sense.
I dated a girl. I don't want to go into detail. Who thought it was okay to just walk around all day in the city, and then eat, and then not shower for 12 hours, and then let's get busy.
Preach.
I
Been there,
just
brother.
Can't do it, man. I don't like that. Don't like the smell of. There's a situation.
I've been there. I had a girl who we got in an argument. She was like, I don't get it. Why you're not so physical? And then it was just perfect time. We're at the beach. She has hair hanging out of her armpit. I go, well, for one, you just kind of don't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Like I like a lady. She goes, give me an example. I went, I can see the hair hanging out of your armpit right now as we're talking.
Yeah.
She goes, oh my God. I went, you didn't even brush your teeth this morning. You know what she said? If I have to be red carpet ready every time you want to have sex, this isn't going to work.
I have to be red carpet ready.
You know what I said? I went, well, but red carpet's not brushing your teeth and shaving your armpits.
Yeah.
That's life, honey.
Yeah.
Again, Big Brown went, see ya.
Yeah. Because I manscape. All right. I'm not gonna
Fuck
walk in.
yes.
I'm not gonna walk in with a giant whisker basket for you.
No, man.
No.
Listen, if I go to a girl's house and it's messy and it's not clean or she's not clean,
Yeah.
it's a deal breaker for me.
Cleanliness is important.
It's sexy, man.
I would call it sexy.
Yes.
Yeah. I like. Here's what I like. I like when a human being lets the water run over their body, and then combs their hair and just looks and shaves. I like that.
Preach. It's a plus.
Yeah. That would for me. That's a plus.
Me too.
Don't like a natural.
It's kind of if there's a check mark, brush your teeth, check.
Yeah.
Shave, it'd be nice. Check. Yeah.
Call me crazy. I like
Smell like shit? Nah,
Yeah.
no.
I like your mouth to be clean. Call me crazy, and I like your skin to be clean.
And
That's
I like
all.
a positive
Yeah,
attitude.
that's all.
That's
I don't
it.
ask a lot.
I don't ask a lot.
Just get it. Do you own a shower? If you own a shower, I know they're expensive, but if you own a shower, get in a shower, and that's all.
If you have a positive attitude and love fat dicks, I'm your guy.
There it is. If you like a fat dong and a positive attitude, then I'm your guy.
If you like cookie cups, fat dicks,
There it is.
and Porsche, I'm your guy.
If you like a fat, clean dick, I'm your guy. If you like a fat, clean dick with a good, big, broad smile and a dirty as shit mind, I'm your guy.
Listen,
That's all.
if you love fat dicks, a positive attitude, and a beachfront property,
And a red
I'm your
sports car.
guy.
And a red sports car.
And a red Porsche.
Maybe-
I'm your guy.
maybe you don't
Listen,
like that.
If you like dark roasted coffee,
There it is.
fine wines, and a fat juicy dick,
Fat, clean dick.
I'm your guy. Fat clean dick.
Listen, I guarantee you one thing. My dick's going to be fat, and it will be clean. It'll be clean, spick and span clean. That's right. Might have a couple bumps on them. I'm sure they're not warts. You might accuse me of them. I don't have a medical textbook. Don't worry about that. Just worry about that later, okay? I'm sure they're not contagious at all. Either way, if you like a fat, clean, bumpy dick, I'm your guy. Now, you call them warts, I call them bumps. Here's the bottom line.
I call them love bumps.
You call them...
You call them warts, I call them love bumps.
I call them love bumps or skin tags, whatever you want to call them. But warts is offensive to me.
You call them warts, some say herpes, I say love bumps.
Sure, it looks like herpes, but I call it being caught in a pack of bees. That's all.
Pack of bees.
That's right. I stuck my dick in a beehive, and I know it looks like herpes. I got stung by bees, angry bees.
If you love gray hair, shitty dressing, and a Passat and a fat dick, Brian's your guy.
There it is. If you want somebody to pay all your bills, and you want somebody to pay your rent,
And make you laugh,
fat, clean, old dicks, I'm the guy.
I'm the guy.
I'm the guy. If you like somebody who needs to cinch his dick up, his balls up, I should say. You need somebody who's got to wear a. Oh, sorry. Evan's
like, please stop this.
Evan's looking like a librarian,
Like
and two
this.
people talking in the library. He's going, guys, seriously. He's
stop.
26. I'm 50. I'm
Yeah,
twice
right?
his age, and he's like, Brian, you have to.
Last
this
one.
is way.
If
very mature.
you love hearing about books and a guy who lies and has a fat dick,
Yep.
Brian's your guy.
I'm your guy. I'll talk to you about books, history. I'll bore the shit out of you with my facts, but I got a fat, clean dick. If you like a fat, clean, married dick, then that's it.
Let's go to fan questions.
If you like a fat, clean, married dick that sired 2 children, I'm your guy.
Sired.
Sired 2 children.
Oh shit.
That's a great word.
Yep.
Yeah, fan questions.
All right.
Oh god, that's funny.
All right, moving on to fan questions. First one comes from Fast Larry 11.
Fast Larry.
Fast Larry 11. I like this question a lot. If you could matrix one martial art into your skill set and become an instant black belt, what would it be?
Ooh. Well, I already am an amazing kicker, so that's out the window. So that's out the window.
Well,
Already an amazing kicker.
kind of kick.
I'm an
ass.
amazing kicker and an amazing fucker.
I'm kind of a
so-
black belt in everything, so if I had to choose,
Striking would be.
but a martial art, pick one.
Um,
I'd say something
I mean, does
sambo.
really? Does
Yeah.
boxing count as a martial art?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, one of them.
I'd probably say boxing.
Black belt. Yeah, boxing's pretty dope.
Yeah.
You know what? Muay Thai would be pretty dope to be like
High
fucking
level.
super high
Now
level.
you now
Ramon
now
Decker's
now hold
level.
on. I want to know about this. I've never had experience with high level Muay Thai guys. Have you been around like high level dudes who can just light you up?
Super. I've trained. I've sparred with super high level K1 boxers.
Okay, so
kickboxers.
so-
oh, and I also fought Mirko Krokop, who won K1.
This is
but
true.
That's
so,
whatever.
So as
Knocked
a
him out in
guy
third
who's
round.
been around a lot,
Knocked out of the night. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
how would a high
dick.
level K1 guy, how would a high level K1 guy, who the same size as Floyd Mayweather, and they decided to go strike, how would Floyd Mayweather do against a guy like
Not
that?
well.
Really?
Because of his stance.
Oh.
That Muay Thai guy would eat up that leg. And
Really?
how many rounds is it? We're going to go, say, 12 3-minute rounds?
Yeah.
It wouldn't last 12 rounds. He wouldn't be able to walk by the 3rd, 4th round.
Wow.
Not a chance, man.
Now wouldn't Floyd be able to time that
No. And do what?
and punch him?
It'd be tough, man. Those guys are their hands are up, they're kicking back.
What about
Straight Muay Thai? If it's straight stand up,
Yeah.
Floyd's gonna get dismantled with kicks.
even if Floyd can get out of the way of those kicks, like
He's not. If he when he commits to a jab, he has to step right.
Right.
Or when he goes to circle out, they're gonna be chopping those legs
Damn.
down, man. Really? Yeah. Like a Muay Thai guy beats a boxer every single time.
Really?
We're talking elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because boxers just are not concerned with that. They're
No,
never
it's
thinking
all
about
hands.
that.
Now think about body kicks, head kicks.
Yeah, that's not fun.
But the legs, they're gonna chop those legs
Also, when you
out.
see those Muay Thai guys kick, the way how hard they kicking
But
through baseball
you know what
bats.
else? It's their defense too.
Yeah.
They're deep. They're coming here. Their defense is solid, man. They're talking about you forget knees, elbows,
It's a disaster.
and then you want to get in the clinch. So there'd have to be certain rules where who knows? No
Yeah, 'cause
elbows.
if you get in
no
a clinch with those guys,
what?
you're getting eaten. You're getting the shit.
You know how he's hugging Mayweather and stuff?
Yeah.
No, he's gonna get destroyed.
Oof.
Next question.
All right, next one comes from PDX Piercer. Going to see Bryan Callen this coming Saturday at Helium. What jersey should I bring him to sign?
Where is it? Portland?
I'll be in Portland, Helium. I love that you're coming Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bring it. Bring whatever you want. I'll sign it.
What jersey though? If you could have any jersey show up.
Portland somebody from the Trailblazers.
You're talking about a nice, pretty young Clyde Drexler jersey.
There you go.
That'd be dope.
Clyde Drexler, huh?
Clyde Drexler. Or I would bring, who's the, God, his name's slipping by me, European, one of the best centers of all time.
Oh, did he play for the Kings? For Sacramento?
Yes. Played for them too. Iglesias? Something. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm getting like a Serbian name in my head.
Yeah,
Like
he's Serbian.
shit.
Yes, it's something like that.
He was a center.
Yes.
Oh, Vlade Divac.
Nope.
No?
Nope. He played for the Lakers and Sacktown. I forget it now. He's in the Hall of Fame. His son's playing now.
All right, Clyde Drexler jersey it is then, yeah?
Yeah, Portland. Let's go Clyde Drexler. He's one of the greats.
There you go.
Trailblazers. Not a lot, right? Not a lot of studs. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Next question.
All right, we'll do two more. This is from Ryan Luke, and he wants to know that in honor of the Stanley Cup playoffs, how well would Brendan Schaub do in a hockey fight? So you're on ice skates.
Ooh, I'm on ice skates.
Do you know how to ice skate?
Brennan beats the fucking shit out of anybody in the NHL.
Yeah, I'd mollywop.
On ice skates?
Yeah, no, I'd mollywop the shit on him. Real quick, I grew up in Denver, so I would ice skate. I would say every other weekend growing up.
You know what he'd do? He'd take them down to their knees, and then that's how you start with jiu-jitsu for most of your career. Good luck. Now he's got you on your knees. He's gonna choke the shit out.
This is a hockey fight, Brian.
I'll do a collar choke. I'll do a collar choke first of all.
That'd be
Second,
tight.
I'll do a collar choke, and then hold on. You're gonna give me grips. I can ditch the gloves, grab you by your jersey. I'm gonna first of all, I'm gonna slap you down to your face on the eyes.
Put anybody you want in the NHL against him. Anybody you want, toughest guy in the world. He's gonna get destroyed. He's gonna get owned.
Preach.
He'll get ragdolled like a fucking against Brendan Schaub. Good luck. Put skates on him. Put a dress on him.
do anything
Put a
to see
fruit
this.
basket on his fucking head. Do whatever you want and see what happens. I
Preach.
guarantee it. Because Schaub takes him down. Sure. Oh, I'm falling all over the place. I just fell on my butt and I'm dragging you with me. Good luck being on your butt on ice with Brendan. See what happens. See what the fuck happens. Not a good
Preach.
situation.
One more question.
All right, this one comes from Carlitos. Hey, Bryan Callen, what are some key pointers you'd give to someone wanting to get into comedy? And I'm 25. Is it too late for me?
No, absolutely.
It's not.
Oh, real quick, don't. Well, I'll take this one. Yeah, hey, this is what you do. Buy a ticket to Bryan Callen's special and realize you can never be as good as him. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. It's like me being a jockey. Never going to happen.
Well, if you're funny and you think you've got it, write only what you think is funny. Do only what you think is funny.
Be yourself, right, Brian?
Well, to an extent.
If you're funny.
Yeah, be yourself.
Don't try to please the crowd, is what you always told me.
Always, right?
That's all I do.
That's right. Do your own thing and perform every day, and just write what you think is funny and write every single day.
Hey, and real quick, have a work ethic. A lot of these people in entertainment don't have great work ethics. Would you agree with this?
I would.
So be relentless. Go to every open mic you can.
Yes.
Get practice on your belt, because being 25, I mean, that's fine. You're just going to have some catching up to do with guys like the legends like Callen, Rogan, Mark Maron. These guys all started. So I think a lot of people, they see guys like Brian and Rogan, they see them at Comedy Works, and they see them at the Improv on the big stage. They didn't start there, man.
No, man.
You got to realize they went back to, Chris D'Elia was talking about he was doing stand-up in a fucking laundromat. So don't have an ego. Take your ego out of it and do everything you can. Whether you're at Denny's on open mic or you're at Baskin Robbins doing open mic, do everything you can.
And we always say it takes at least 10 years to start really doing the things you want to do. 10 years at least to find your voice. So be patient. 25, you're an infant, and at 35, you'll still be saying, I got a lot more to go. But that's how long it takes. It just takes forever.
But hey, before we sign out, I have got to give this guy a shout out.
Let's give him a shout out.
I got an email. I don't want to read too much of it. I'll give you the short and sweet. You know, it's pretty short.
Say his name.
So I'll read all of it.
Say his name.
Well, obviously and for sure I'll say his name.
Yeah,
that's why we're doing this.
It'd be funny if you gave a fake name.
Yeah, right?
What?
I'm like, Randy Orton.
But talk about what he went through. This is one of the things that Brendan sent us his email and said, guys, this is how important our show is. This is why we do the show. Yeah, now Brendan and I are making money after 200 episodes. It's fine. But
hashtag rich as shit.
Yeah, but the bottom line is that this is a huge part of why we do the show. We always talk about it too. It's like it's fun to try to be inspiring. It's not. We say the two things we want to do is be funny and be inspiring.
It's really the only reason
sound corny, but it's true. Yeah.
I sent everyone who's involved with the Fire Kid this email. I do this from time to time when these emails touch us. His name's Ben St. Onge.
Let me see it. I couldn't pronounce his name. Yeah, his name is Ben St. Onge. He's been a cop for 22 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So hi Brian. Hi Brendan. He doesn't speak like that. Well, that's how I would talk.
Okay.
Hi Brian. Hi Brendan.
Yeah.
Silly Billies. No, all right. I'll try to make this short and sweet. I'm 46 years old, Callen's age. I have 3 kids, great kids, and have been a cop for 22 years. I went in for my MRI results for a suspected herniated disc 3 weeks ago when my doctor instead told me I had an aggressive form of cancer. I'm still shocked. I've been hospitalized due to the pain and will be undergoing radiation and chemo shortly, maybe surgery after that if things work out. If not, I'm told it will be time to pack up shop, if you know what I mean.
Think about that. You got 3 kids.
Hold 3 kids, 46, not old at all.
2 years younger than me.
Crazy, man. I listen to your podcast religiously, and you guys never fail to make me laugh my balls off every time. I love every minute of every podcast. I can't describe how good it feels to laugh right now. You guys get me through some pretty tough days, I can only imagine. So please accept this as nothing other than a heartfelt human being to human being. Thank you for what you do. I can't put into words how much the laughter means to me. Ben, fighting like hell to be around 2016. Then he put, I got a piece on me. LOL.
Ben, man, that's we're pulling for you, and that's a very moving thing, man. I thought about that all morning. I thought about that all last night. I thought about that all morning after you sent that to me, and it kind of like reiterates how important it is to pay attention to what is in front of you and what you have, and just sort of the responsibility of being a human being. This guy's up against it right now, man. And I don't know what the prognosis is. I don't know what's going on, but that's a scary situation.
Ben, please.
But I get inspired by that.
Keep us posted. Yeah, it inspires us. And
yeah, man.
I don't know, man. It's just like life is so precious. And when you get stuff like that, it's pretty crazy. So for us, it's literally the reason why we do it. So that's why I sent all you guys a message, like, realize what we're doing here is bigger than us. Yeah, it's fun to joke around and whatever, the dick jokes in sports, but if we can make someone laugh, or someone's listening to this right now at their work and maybe things aren't going great at home, and it takes you away from that for an hour or so, or 2 hours, damn, we're doing our job, Brian.
Well, one of the things also that the reason I think you and I get along so well, and one of the things that I knew that when I asked you to do a podcast, I knew it was going to be special, or at least successful, was because you were never afraid, and we always talk about this, to be open about all the shit you're going through.
Yeah.
Like, here's how it is with us, right? We're pretty fucking honest on these mics.
We barely hold back anything.
About all the bullshit that we do, all the bullshit we go through, my doubts, my insecurities.
I just trashed Reebok.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for better or for worse, we try to be as honest as we possibly fucking can, and I think, that's kind of what we'll always try to do, and I think people identify. Like, I have people come to me after shows and they go, "Dude, I feel like I really know you."
Yeah.
And I'm always like, "You do know me."
Yeah.
You do know me. That is who I am. I'm not. There's not really a character.
No, it's no scheme or.
No.
We don't. The thing is, we don't come in with a plan for the show. We literally sit down, and the beard fucking fires up the mics and the camera.
Right.
There's no agenda.
We rarely edit. The other day I was with Rogan, and I called Evan, and I said, edit out this one part. It wasn't offensive, but it just didn't make sense for the context. And Joe said, why are you editing anything from your podcast? I was like, we don't edit. We almost never edit. But it went on a beat too long comedically.
Well,
I was editing it comedically.
Yeah, you're just trying to shorten up. Sometimes I'll say some outlandish shit that needs to be added.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll say some shit.
And even that, Rogan was like, just apologize. I was like, it's fine. We're just, sometimes you say shit that's so off color, but you don't mean it because you don't feel that way. You're just being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's just whatever. I'm just trying to make you laugh. It's like that Freddie Roach post. Yeah. You know me. I would, I love every single.
You also are very concerned with people's feelings, like
100%.
More than anybody I know.
So right when my brother goes, dude, he has Parkinson's. So when he put hashtag unfocused, I was like, oh my god.
Right.
I took it down.
Right.
So
nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings.
But long story short, Ben.
Yeah.
Dude, keep us posted. I told him, you're going to get better from this. Everyone's praying for you. You're going to do great. Your kids need you around. That's what's going to get you through this. And I know cancer doesn't care about the stuff, and it's not fair, but you're going to get through this, my man, and you're going to come to L.A., just like I said in the email, and you're going to come sit in on a live Fire and the Kid and be part of this. It's going to be one hell of a special.
That'd be great. We got a seat for you, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, come see me this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Portland, Helium. And then May 24th.
Brian, where's your special at?
May 24th.
What's it called?
It's called Some Assembly Required.
Oh, we'll have special shirts being sold for Bryan Callen special.
I believe Big Brown's designing them as we speak.
Yes, we are.
I'm excited, man. It's
May 24th, Bryan the Kid Callen, 1 hour special. The entire Fire and the Kid crew will be there. Irvine Improv.
Irvine.improv.com for tickets. $10. Get them now.
This is the Fire and the Kid. We're out.